Hey YouTube, this is Quentin. I'm back with finally a review of the Nexus 6P. This is a short review, but sorry that I hadn't got to a review earlier, but I really don't do this that much. It's not my primary job, but I do like making videos, and I probably should have made one sooner. But anyway, this is the Nexus 6P. Just a short review. I have to say that I really like this phone a lot. It's probably my favorite Android phone ever, I should say, up to this point. I like the Note. The Note 5 is probably my second. iPhone 6 Plus is probably my third at this point. The Note is a really nice phone, but I don't really use a lot of the features, the S Pen, the split screen. I have tablets, so I don't really need the split screen. But if you just, for just a overall, just if that's your only device, I would say the Note 5. But if you're really into the Google services like I am, the Nexus is the way to go. I have Nova Launcher installed on it. I don't really like the Google. I like the Google Now Launcher, but I don't like the persistent search bar. If I could get rid of that, I would probably use it. But Nova Launcher, you can pretty much configure it exactly like the Google Now Launcher, and you can have more space. And if you're into the Google Now like I am, you can just have a widget right here like I have, and I can still tap it and go and check. And then you can, with Nova Launcher, you can still use the voice feature, detection feature, where you just say, okay, Google, and it comes up, so you don't have to have the Google Now Launcher. The screen's great. It's just the right size. It's a big phone, 5.7 inches, but the form factor is really easy to hold in your hand, so I really like it. It's a AMOLED screen, so the colors are really nice, and it's probably on par with the Note 5. I think they use the same panel as the Note, but I don't think it gets as bright as the Note, I would say. And then the camera on the Note is still slightly better to me. This camera is really good. I don't take pictures. I'm not a professional photographer, and I don't take pictures all the time, but these pictures that I take are really good and good enough for me on the Note, on the Nexus 6P. So here's some pictures that I've taken, and I haven't taken a lot of pictures, mainly at my job and stuff in my car. This is a picture of a turbine, and it's called an LPT. I know you guys are not going to know what that is, but I'm an aircraft mechanic, and basically we're taking it to take some measurements on it. But anyway, it takes really clear pictures, and I like it. Some pictures of my new car, which I may do a review on. It's a M235i. I wanted to wait on the M2, but anyway, that's another story. But anyway, like I said, this is a really good phone. This is 128 gigs, so I have all my media on it. I basically use Google Music a lot and all the Google services, Gmail. So, like I said, and it all does it very well. Also, Android Pay is really excellent. It's on par with Apple Pay, especially using it on this phone because all the sensors are here, the NFC sensor. So, what I loved about Apple Pay is you could just put your phone up to the terminal. It would immediately recognize your card without even unlocking the phone, and you could touch your fingerprint and it would charge your card without them getting any information. Well, Android Pay is similar. With Android, you have to have a PIN or unlock your phone first. But what makes it so easy on the Nexus P is since the sensors are right here, you hit the unlock. It unlocks it very fast. You put it up to the terminal, and it reads it basically just as fast as Apple Pay. So I use that a lot. I really like it. I know everybody doesn't like it, but I like it. And that's another thing that I really like about this phone. I haven't really tried Samsung Pay yet. I probably will when if I can get my hands on the new Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge, and that'll probably be my next phone. And if I can get it unlocked and use it on Google Fi, the functionality won't be as full So I'll probably still be using this phone. In fact, I know I'll be probably still using this phone, but I'm a phone guy, so I'll probably do a review on this 6, 7 Edge, with Samsung Pay and everything. So, but anyway, back to the Nexus 6P. Like I said, I had the white 128 version, and now I have the aluminum, which is the one I really initially wanted. But when I first ordered, I thought I could get the white frost one faster, and I like the white one, but this is the one I really wanted. So I sold the white one, and I now have the gray one with the aluminum. And the aluminum really feels different than the white one. You can actually feel the brushed aluminum feel, and it's really neat. So, but I like the design of this phone. Battery life is really, really good. I still don't think it's as good as the iPhone 6 Plus, but it's close, you know. And like I said, I don't get a lot of screen time. Right now I only have an hour. I've gotten almost 3.5 to 4 hours of screen time when I first got the phone. But you can pretty much go all day with this phone and not worry about charging. I mean, I can, doing what I normally do. I watch a few videos, browse the web, but I don't go crazy like some people would play games. And I know some of that is important to some of you guys. So I don't know how that would work for you. I think you could probably play a few games on it, but I don't play a lot of games. But anyway, for me, I can get through the whole day with it pretty much, which is my work days are like 12 plus hours, and I can get through the day. Some days I'll have, if I'm doing a lot on it, playing music, I may have 40% left at the end of the day. If I'm not, sometime I'll have 60%. I think the lowest I've had, when I first got it, I got all the way down to like 19%, but that was with me playing with it all day. And that's when I got to like almost 4 hours of screen time. So I would say that's pretty good. On average though, I have probably 35 to 40% left with my usage. And then some days if I don't use it a lot, I may have 70%. But on average, maybe 30 to 40% after a 12-hour day, 12, 13-hour day. So that, to me, that's pretty good. Anyway, another thing I like about this phone, and my cat's bumping the camera, but is the USB-C charging. But a negative about that is you have to get the right cable or you could damage the phone. I've heard stories of people damaging their phone because they didn't have the right compliance or the right specification, which that's kind of a negative. That's a bummer. Some negatives with this phone, I would say, is what I don't like is the Bluetooth. It works okay, but sometimes when I have it hooked to my ear phones at work, it'll just disconnect randomly, or say the phone will be in my pocket and it'll say it's disconnected and it's not there. I don't know if that's an Android thing or this phone, because this happened with other Android phones. It might be the earpiece. And another thing, and this is probably more of an Android thing, I have a Moto 360 second edition. It's paired with my phone, and I also have my Bluetooth, my HB 950s, I believe they are. The they're the LG HB. I have the HBS 760s and the HBS 900s, and the 900s, or either one, sometimes I have the phone in my pocket and it'll vibrate and disconnect. But it does that with other phones, so I think that's more of the headset. But back to what I kind of went off on a tangent. Back to what I was really want to talk about is mainly the one thing that I didn't like is on Android, you can only have so many devices going simultaneously at one time. And like I can have my watch paired in another additional device, like my car or my headset. But I can't have my watch, headset, and the car at the same time. It'll kick one off. The watch will stay, but it'll always either kick the car off, won't connect to the car, or it won't connect to the headset. Basically, if I'm already connected to the headset, when I get into my car and I forget to turn it off, it won't connect to my car. So I have to always disconnect the headset and then, you know, let it automatically connect to my car. Whereas on the iPhone, you can have the Apple Watch headset and your car. As soon as you get in your car, it'll automatically connect. It'll connect to all three of them, you know. And then if you're driving and you answer the phone, depending on which device you want to use, most in your car, you're going to most likely use your car on the steering wheel control. If you select answer it through the car, it'll just answer it. If you want to use your Bluetooth headset, it'll answer it through that. But I mean, if you're driving, you want to use it through your car to be safe. But that's one of the negatives. That's an Android thing. None of my Android phones can do that. But that's really probably the only negative, just the weird Bluetooth, that deal, and then sometimes it disconnecting and connecting. But I don't know if that's totally to the phone. I think that may be just the device, the earpieces, and then just Android period. You can't have too many devices simultaneously. Well, that's about it for the Nexus 6P. I really like the phone a lot, you know, other than the Bluetooth weirdness, which it's not totally on the phone. And, you know, it's probably my favorite Android phone for me to date. I know there are other phones that can do more, but for me, with stock Android, this is the phone I really like. So anyway, sorry if it took so long to do a review. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. It really helps. And subscribe. I'll have some more videos out, maybe some videos on my car, and because I'm in the cars too, do some videos on my car and some more docks, a car dock for this car. So I always got to have a car dock or something where I can put my phone in my car. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a nice day.